I know that I'm different, self-motivated, self-disciplined, yeah. I learned from my experience. I just want someone.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode from Boys to Men. I'm your host, Terry, Mr. King, and I got a special guest today. Man, this boy comes from up north, y'all. It's winter times. It's kind of cold in Florida, but it ain't cold to him. He used to this shit. But I'm gonna let him introduce himself to your people. What's going
on? What's up? My name is Julian. From New York. You feel me? It's my second year at UWF, and I'm just chilling, man. Trying to live life, learn lessons and shit. You know.
Yes, sir.
That's all.
Hey, so they call you JuJu, don't they?
Yeah, they call me JuJu, Jules, whatever you wanted to call me. You can call me whatever.
I heard about 3 or 4 nicknames already, and I only
hell yeah,
only
Bino.
Like 3 days. I was like, damn. How many names this motherfucker got?
Shit, I hope not too many. I don't want to confuse niggas.
Hey, don't worry. Hey, confusion is good for people that don't need to be knowing who you are.
Yeah, that's true, see. I don't care that much. That's what you know.
Exactly. That's a good thing too.
Yeah.
All right, man. But y'all, we got a good episode here for y'all today, man. We're gonna talk about a lot of different things. We're gonna have some deep conversations. And I know he don't look at y'all, but the boy Korean and black, he blazing. He blazing. So y'all know we got a lot of Asian and black, two of the best races blended in together. So we're gonna talk a lot about
combo.
The best combo. Hey, Korean combo. Hey, Korean barbecue.
Come on, bro. Undefeated. Hits every time.
They don't understand. Like, if y'all put this two together, y'all know Korean barbecue was founded by a black and a Korean guy, right?
Finger licking.
Good.
Yup.
But no, man. So JuJu, tell a little bit about your story. Because look, is your mom Korean?
Yeah.
So saying how my auntie is. So
yeah.
I know Asian women is like just as strict as like black women, but
different league.
But it's a different league of stuff.
Different league. They're like in the same game.
Yeah. 2
different teams, 2 different play styles. But see, the thing is like when my parents were close, they got married young.
Ooh.
So my mom moved to where my dad was at, and it was like the projects and something like that of Delaware.
Right.
So my early years, that's who she was around. So she adapted to that real quick. So she was known as like the ghetto Asian on the block. You feel me? So she adapted to that real quick, but it was like the Korean culture was embedded
in her.
Yes. So
yeah. So do you speak Korean?
Not fluently. I understand fluently though.
Okay. Because basically you're the second generation. She came over from Korea.
Yeah. She wasn't really heavy on me learning it, but now I'm trying to learn it.
Dang it.
Yeah.
You like, Mom, you fucked me up.
Right.
I could have been bilingual on this motherfucker.
I could have. You should have pushed me more. You should have whipped my ass more. Shit, I don't know.
All right, so you got your ass whipped by your mama or your daddy?
Both. Not a lot though.
All right, which one was worse?
Honestly, I think my grandmother was worse.
Ooh.
Yeah, Asian grandmother.
Asian grandmama just hit you with a flip-flop.
Bamboo sticks.
God damn.
Yeah, they don't like to throw stuff. They don't do stuff. They just had strictly the sticks for it.
I can't do it. Well, I can't say shit. My great grandma, she whooped us with a butcher knife. And didn't cut you.
That's skill.
Exactly.
That's different.
That's a whole different level of ass beating.
And fear. I feel like I'd be scared as hell.
Look, and I was the youngest, so I was like the last one always to go.
Word.
So I was looking at her like, damn, I'm already crying and shit. I was like, damn, I'm scared because like I'm thinking I'm getting cut.
Hell yeah.
But I was her favorite too, so I was
she took it light on you or no?
Yeah, I got like 3 licks and everybody got mad and shit because they getting like.
Why he get 3? I got 7.
Exactly.
6.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then I get beat up afterwards.
Damn. By them.
By them. So I was like, damn, it made up for the licks I didn't get. So.
Yeah.
But no, all right. So talk about being Korean and growing up. How was that?
It's I think it's very different. I mean, from where I grew up, it was a predominantly white area.
Fact.
So
same here.
Right. Yeah. And like there's a good amount of Koreans, I was going to say Asians in general. There is. But I grew up in a Korean church, Damn. I grew up those were like my only Korean friends was at Korean church. But like they lived close to me, so we would like see each other like in school here and there. I live with my grandparents, so the whole household was Korean.
Damn.
We'd had tenants in the house, and most of the tenants
Korean.
were Korean because they would post on Korean Craigslist. Yeah.
Hey, but look, that's one thing I respect about the Asian culture that's different from the black culture.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes down to someone looking out for like the same, they look out for each other.
Yeah, it's like a unity, you know?
Exactly.
It's like I got you, you got me. You feel me? Like when they look at each other. That's like very similar to like the black community, I think, too.
And sometimes, but I feel like
It depends on the area.
Yeah.
Like the situation, like who they around, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Especially like a predominantly white area.
Yeah.
You know, they feel like a lot of prejudice is against them. So they like, yeah, you know, we together on this type shit.
Yeah, because I see that happening a lot. Because especially like even at this campus, people don't know. This is the PWI. People don't know what that means. It's a predominantly white campus. That means majority of the population here is Caucasian.
Yep.
And you see a lot of the minority communities, like when you find the people that your same orientation,
Right.
they click up
You stick.
and you stick together.
Yeah.
And it's same like that. I think it's like that in the world too, because once you find the people that you mesh with you, it's like, okay, this the person I'm sticking with, I'm rocking with, where we're going to. But yeah, I understand to the extent.
Yeah.
So
Now, you said you grew up in a predominantly white area?
yeah, I grew up in the country. It's a place called Cantonment. It's
Cantonment.
outside of Pensacola.
Okay.
A little country town. Really, you drive. Yeah.
Were they fucking with you?
Oh yeah.
Like they accepted you and shit like that?
Well, my mom worked always up there at school
Okay.
and everything, so you know she always kept my eye on me and all the other
That's
shit.
what's up.
But yeah, I'm gonna let you know, like when you're younger, you don't look at it in a certain type of way.
Oh, you don't think about it at all.
But when you get older and you look at it, you was like,
Yeah.
oh shit, damn.
Shit makes sense.
It makes way more sense
Exactly.
now than it did back then. And I really had to learn that I didn't know about the prejudice, but I learned about it as I got older and older. And then you start seeing the true colors of certain people you grew up with. But it's not their fault. It's because how they were raised,
How they
and
were
their
raised,
families and
yep.
shit. So yeah.
What they're used to and stuff like that. Yeah, it makes sense.
It makes sense, but at the same time you be like bro, what the fuck?
Right. You try to like find answers for it and shit like that.
And there's really half time is no answers, but that's just how the world is.
It is. Sadly, it is. And that's everywhere. It's not just like in New York or here. Like
That's around the world.
yeah, it's around the world. And it could be flip-flop. It could be like a predominantly black area, but there's that one white family, you know what I
And
mean?
they getting bullied.
They could, you know what I mean? Who knows? Shoot.
Yeah. Cause shit, and I look at it like this: you got, dang, all right. So you're half black, you have Korean. In the last couple of years, there's been a big uproar on both of those type of lives.
Yeah.
So you gotta look at it: the Black Lives Matter uproar after George Floyd, and then the Asian hate.
Matter. Oh yeah, the Asian hate. Yeah.
So, how did that, being a black and an Asian, how did that affect you?
It was kind of hard. In general, I think initially I was like, I spent a lot of time like really questioning everything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I didn't feel anything. I was just trying to like make something out of it, you know, instead of like, cause honestly, like if I took it the way it was, I was just kind of scared of like feeling like hurt that the world, that type of stuff is happening in the world. Like I didn't want to accept that truth.
Yeah.
I was just trying to find like, just like reasonings or like really just ways to like process it. And it took me a while. And, you know, it was just weird. Like I never felt that hate personally.
Yeah.
Like to where like, you know, someone wanted to like just beat me up just because of how I look, you know. Like I never really felt that. Yeah. And it was like seeing that happening, you know, to everybody else around the world, it just like brought a whole different perspective. Hearing my parents talk about it, it brought a different perspective for sure.
So I had communication. Y'all discussed a lot of this.
Yeah, for sure. I talked to my dad more than I did to my mom. about it more in depth, like to see from their perspective. Like my dad talked to me a lot about a black man's perspective in America, especially from what he's experienced, because he's experienced that type of stuff before.
Yeah.
And he would tell me, like, you know, like stuff was not different from 18 years ago, 15 years ago, when I was like a jet. Yeah, and now it's just that now it's like on everyone's screens, you know? Like there's a movement now.
Facts.
And, you know, like it's just crazy to me that, like, I don't know. I felt like it was in my head a lot, but I just felt like when those things uproared and like all happened, I felt like a little bit of like a separation from a lot of people around me.
Yeah.
Where in terms of like, you know, like
seeing where they stood.
Yeah, seeing where they stood. Like they were for the movement, you know, but I was just like, you know, initially I was like, damn, like I gotta watch myself. Like I can't like be too comfortable around like
everybody.
Yeah, everybody, you know, like anything could happen. It's just sad to see. Like I felt like, you know, every time I saw someone get hurt or die, I just always felt like a part of me was just getting killed. And I was just like, I would get depressed a little bit. I would get sad and be like, what the hell? Like,
No, and I feel like majority of every black person felt like that.
Yeah.
Especially, because even when first when Trayvon died, because he was around the same age as me, I believe. You know, like, because I was in high school during that time.
Mm-hmm.
And then it just keep going on.
Like it wouldn't stop.
It keep going south. Because, like, you know, this stuff be happening already, but now you're seeing it more publicized, and you're seeing the people that doing it getting all for it. And you go lay down. So where does my life really stand?
Right. Like, how much does it mean to you?
Because, you got the white friends, but I got this one black friend. I'm not racist. I'm like, I'm not saying you're racist, but
my girlfriend's neighbors, dogs, cousins, third uncle is black. Like, come on, bro.
Exactly. They always try to justify that, but then I'd be like, you're saying that, but how are you? Look, you're not being hurt by the same thing. What reason why I'm hurting? Because when I see that black man, I see me.
Right.
I see my son. I see my friends.
Right.
So I'm like, imagine. I say they would never know how it feel until they actually be in that same predicament.
Until it happens to you.
Yeah, and then on top of that, you get raised by Asian mother.
Mm-hmm.
Like when you just between Asian women and black men, those are the two like most traumatic experiences in America. Because if you look at how Asian women were treated over the time, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Now you look at how black men was treated over the time, it's crazy.
And their roles, you know, like the roles that I think people expect them to play. But you know, yeah, I think it's the traumatic part that you said is very true. You know, there's a lot of pressure put on Asian women, and then there's a lot of pressure put on black men, especially with my parents. They were both young, so like, you know, my mom was expected to do a lot for the family, and my dad was expected to do a lot, but it was two completely different things. And just the way that they were brought up, you know, it was just like same environment, I guess, but different cultures.
Exactly.
And it, like, you know, it affected, you know, how it came down on me, I feel like.
You got both of them.
Yeah.
You got both traumatic experiences in one.
Like hearing the stories from my dad and his parents, or my mom and her parents, and then like just trying to see them like be better for me.
Yeah.
But
and you try to figure out where you fit in the world too, because really, it people don't look at it like, oh, this is just happened to that one person. This and third. No, when this shit happens all the time, and America just try to close his eyes to it and try to push it to somebody else, when in reality is really, y'all, when it comes down to it, you got to answer for the trauma you cause people.
Yeah. Because
at the surface of, in order for us to heal, like, as a race and a culture and a nation, all parties got to take accountability for their actions. And then you was not feeling this displacement of damn, where do I stand in this world? Because that's the hardest part. Because I remember one of my classes I took last summer was talking about that, how they difference from how they look at Asians and how they look at black people. There's like, people are scared of black people.
Yeah.
And that's why they do certain things they do to black people. Now, when you look at, they like, we're strong. They look at us like we're stronger, but they don't want us to know our true strength. Right. And then as far as Asian culture, they try to look at them like they weak because they always try to say they look down and everything. Yeah. When I'm like, and it was a white guy telling me this. It was a white teacher. But I was like, in reality though, if we know this, an Asian man and a black man will whoop a white man ass today of the week. I was like, bro, but I feel like their strength come from keeping us divided and keeping us under, how I put this,
like under their conditions.
Yes,
or
under
like
their
what
control.
They want. Yeah,
control.
You know,
call it for what it is. It's control.
Like they, I don't want to say they, because I don't even know who I say by they, because I don't want to talk about in the general.
Yeah, we don't generalize space. It, but
yeah,
certain
exactly.
Ones, you know,
it's like what happens is it's just easier for people to put, I guess, you know, black people or Asian people or even just minorities in general. It's so easy for them to like really put them in line of like, I guess, the typical stereotypes or whatever. You know what I mean? Like they just like, you know, there's people out there who just base the whole judgment on that, and it's just so easy to do that, and it's harder to just really meet someone, get to know them, finding out they could be different than the stereotypical way that you look at them. Then you know they come off, you know, it rubs off them a certain way where people don't want to take time to get to know them, so they start doing stuff off the rip. That you know what I mean, to those people, and it's like, bro, you're not even like treating them like humans for real. Exactly.
We dehumanize each other day in and day out. Right. And like it comes second nature now to like, even from black people to black people to Asian people, we dehumanize each other because it got so conditioned into our DNA now from the fabric of how we had to be brought up and work through the cracks of this society. Right. And like, think about it. When was the first time you actually seen some positive representation on like just your culture, like on Koreans or black? Yeah. Think about that. Like, say when the first time you seen something that's positively represented your culture on TV?
It only happens when like someone in that race is succeeding in a way like the stereotype put it in. So like, let's say like a crazy good ass athlete like LeBron James, you know what I mean, or like a good rapper or like an actor, for instance, you know, like stuff like that. But there's like not really like much, or like, you know, for Korean, like K-pop stars or drama actors, or like that's it, you know. And or like,
if you're not one of these, you gotta be this one.
Exactly. Like it's like, shoot, I don't even really know like other than those in a positive way, where it's like you made a whole change on the world and everybody really accepted that, you know. Like, I'm really trying to think.
I know it's hard to figure out, find one.
You know, like, shoot, I don't know. Like, it's not like there aren't enough. It's just like not.
It's not publicized.
It's not publicized. It's not praised. You know, it's kind of like, you know, oh, no big deal. Yeah, no big deal.
Because if you find out, I found out this majority like of the people, the most successful people that are black are actually lawyers. They're more black lawyers than they are athletes. But what they're gonna put in front of you is the.
I was just thinking that, bro. Literally in my head, I was like, they don't really show no like life-changing black lawyers. You know what I mean?
Doctors or shit.
Yeah.
If it's not acting, football, or like basketball, any sports stuff. Right. And then like someone made the comparison to that, the slavery back in the day, because like really they did use the black people to entertain. And when you look at it, sports is in the entertainment industry. Same thing with acting. Same thing with all this stuff. So even with the Koreans, like I said, bro, most movies I remember watching with like Bruce Lee and everything, or like any other type of movie that had Koreans or Asians in it, the Asian people were the gangsters.
Damn.
Or if they wasn't gangsters, they were killing each other like samurai stuff.
Like the violent bad
exactly,
people.
The violent bad people.
Yeah.
It was like, and then even like in Rush Hour, they played on the stereotype. Even though it was a funny movie and like one of the greatest movies of all time.
Oh yeah.
Look,
they sauced that shit up.
They sauced it up, but like just like off rip, like why did Chris Tucker had to be the stupid funny,
right? Like outlandish, like ghetto, like cop. You know what I mean?
And then Jackie Chan, he just a crazy Asian.
He's an international agent. You know what I'm saying? Like people assumed he didn't speak English. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
they didn't even respect him.
Not at first.
Then they had like the earnest respect, but if the shoe was on the other hand or other foot, how you want to put it.
That's one hard thing people don't do is try to put on someone else's shoes and not even walk a mile. Like,
take 2 steps.
Just take a step. That's hard for a lot of people. Or even just like look at a situation from a different perspective, like as little as arguments, not even just like big things like fights or something like that. Like I'm just talking about like conversations. Like,
oh yeah,
you know, people don't even think about like, oh, how could this have, you know, hit that person the way I said that, or you know, vice versa. You know, not a lot of people think about that type of shit, and it's like, you know, at the end of the day, it is a respect thing.
Yeah,
I think, you know, I was about to say earlier, you know, how you said like it was like embedded in like our DNA.
Yeah.
Like, you know, kind of like the like a whole unfairness in a way, or like the mindset in a way. Like I was gonna say shoot, that's crazy. I remembered it until I got to the sentence and then I forgot. But I think I'm gonna get back on it. Okay. It's more of like it's more of like they look at those people like of color, right, or who came up a different way, and you know, like those people who don't get those same fair chances, or you know, grew up in conditions. It's just like that makes people feel like they don't deserve as much. And then next thing you know, there's gonna be people that treat them like they don't deserve as much. You know, like that racial hate or whatever it is. Like, you know, racism is hate. That just deprives off not just you being less of a human. That just comes off, you don't deserve as much as me. Like,
exactly.
The fuck, like you supposed to do this, this, and this. You supposed to live like this. You know, like.
But yet, if we look at it, our cultural, how I put it, our cultural backgrounds, histories, and everything is what a lot of European history was created upon. Or brought up upon, because they used the stories on how we did things to basically conquer how the world perceived everything. Because from Black history, like honestly, I feel it's worse for Blacks than any other race, and I still feel like that because, like you say, with your Korean, your mom, they still brought a little bit of their culture. Over
a little, they brought it. That's all they knew.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? That's all they knew.
Now think about this for Black people. Most Black people don't even know what free they come from. They don't know what type of African heritage.
Right.
They really have no history about who they are. So, and
that's me included. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm not shoot. I didn't take the time to really ask my people like, where did we derive from? You know, but.
And like who you can't really blame them, because like they can't even answer that question.
They can't. They don't know the answer sometimes.
And all we can say like, oh yeah, we're American and we're Black.
Right.
Like we may have some roots over there, but sometimes maybe we came from right here, because as we've seen over the years and years to come, that's why they trying to, what's that shit? Critical race theory. They're trying to make sure that's not taught in high school, just so that privileged kids won't feel bad about the things that their privileged ancestors did in the past, so they won't have to be accountable for the things they have done.
They don't feel accountable.
They don't feel accountable.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, until someone take accountability for the actions of the past, you can't move forward
I was
to
about to say
the
that.
future.
Yeah.
And you can't, even in presence, that's why we got so much friction right now going
Right.
on. So
Right, and I feel like people don't value moving forward as much as they should.
you said some shit right.
Like,
Shit.
why is that not as important? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand. Like, it's almost like they don't want to move forward. It's just like, wow, taking accountability is just so much.
But
Like, I'm going to just put that on somebody else.
I think they really looking at it like this. They think if you give us our correct portions, it's less for them, when it actually is not even less for them. They're thinking they got to give up stuff. But at the end of the day, you're not giving up nothing. You're just giving us back what is ours.
Right.
But most people don't want to.
You're not giving up shit.
They don't want to give acknowledgement, because if they actually do acknowledgement, a lot of stuff that they take credit for will not be given to them, and they have to give it to the correct people. And that's true on the Asian side, and it's true on the black side. It's true on like a lot of different cultural sides. Because when it comes down to the cultures, our cultures are, I think Korean, like Asian culture and African culture is kind of similar. It got their own different things.
Yeah.
Different stories, different things. But that's one thing that ties us together. I feel like we can relate with each other's pain in certain aspects.
Like, I think the principles are very similar.
Yeah.
The feelings that we get from our experiences are very similar. And I mean, like, in terms of, like, let's say an Asian family straight off the boat came to America.
Oh, yeah.
Right? And, like, a Haitian family off the boat came to America.
Yeah.
And the opportunities that those two families got, or whatever they had to feel, go through for the first 10, 15, 20 years until they actually live a normal life, you know? It's the same feelings, same things. Like, I talk about this with my boy Tron a good amount of times. And, you know, it's very similar. Or just like all of my friends who are either black or Korean, whether their families did have to come off the, you know, like, boat, or like, just like from the country straight there, or their great-grandparents had to, like, it's very similar. Even with, I mean, shoot, like, I mean, like, I know we're not talking about them, but, like, even, like, you know, like Latinos, you know?
Oh, yeah, trust me, they basically the same way.
Very similar.
But I feel bad. I feel worse for them in the aspect of they getting treated like that in their own country. Because technically,
that's crazy.
The parts where they trying to say, "Oh, you give it back to your country," they're in their fucking country. Y'all just stole it from them, and they try to displace somebody that was already placed there and move them out and give them the scraps and want them to just survive.
That's just so petty. And it's like, especially privileged people who don't even know they privileged, that forms the bad sense of entitlement. You know what I mean? And then it's like, go back to your country, or you're stealing our jobs. Like, bro, like, why you feel so entitled to that? Like, go get another job.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, they came in here illegally for a reason. Like, they're trying to do something better.
And send something back for their people. But at the same time, that's all there is, trying to take care of our families.
Our families.
But the funny thing about it, when people say that certain things, because they say that to black people, they say that to Asian people, they say all this stuff.
Everybody.
But they're doing the jobs that you are not willing to do. That you're like, oh, man, you're not paying me enough. You're crying. You're getting lazy. And they're like, bro, you want to be lazy? We got it. Some black people are not getting like that. We're getting lazy, and now we're complaining. So I'm looking at it like, man, we're getting adopted to this culture. We're like, we got no room to complain if these people come and take your job. If you're going to be lazy and not do the job, fuck it. If they want to come and do the job, shit, why are you crying for it?
Right. Shoot, I said this to, I was talking about this to, like, I said this to my dad. I said this to my boys, like, even when Black History Month started. Yeah. Right? And I was like, yo, like, yeah, we got our own month. It's cool. But, you know, like, not majority, there's still a good amount of black people who are just like, they don't, I mean, I think it's actually changing now than it was back then. Yeah. I think it's actually, like, gradually changing to where, like, we realize that we can do more. Yeah. You know, like we can like achieve more. We can like make a better impact. We can leave a better taste in everyone's mouth about us. We can prove people wrong, basically, is what I'm saying.
Yep.
You know, like I feel like a lot of people were getting comfortable with proving people right. Whereas, like, okay, that's the conditions they put us under. All right, they get comfortable.
And
you
we're
know,
the product of our environment.
product of our environment. You know, I've heard theories that like it was the white man that made our environments
I know they
on
did.
purpose. Yeah,
And
they did.
And they did. And the funny thing, and not even funny, like how they did it. They made it so where there should not be nowhere they can come out. They like the Holocaust in a better way that how they put it. They use the same theories that they use in the Holocaust to for the Jews.
Yeah.
That they brought over here, and that where you get the hood and the ghettos, and then they imported drugs into our communities
To deal with that, especially and like well, not like the purpose was to deal with it, but that was the purpose for us using it.
Yeah,
was to deal with those emotions that they made us feel, putting under those treacherous conditions and shit like that.
exactly.
You know what I mean?
And then they knew that it would destroy
us
more and separate
become
us as a
addicts,
family.
right? And then there's always going to be people that want money. So then there's going to be those people that take those things that they gave us and start charging people for it. You feel me? I mean, it's worse if you give it for free. I mean, it's bad if you give it regardless, but still, you know, it starts recycling. Next thing you know, there's people making money off their own people dying. Next thing you know,
And let them kill their own people.
Let them kill their own
Look,
people.
you're from New York, so you know from the.
I've seen it.
You seen it.
I've seen it. I got family members still struggling with that type of shit right now. I haven't heard from them in over a year. I don't even know how he's doing right now, but yeah, it happens, man. Like, it happens. Like, my dad used to be a dope boy. Like, when I was, it was either before I was born or when I was little. He would tell me stories about that type of stuff. Like, you know, it's just crazy. Like,
because they took away everything you got, and this is the only way you can provide for your
only
family.
way.
And
Only way.
Then they be like, "Oh, dude, this is it." I was like, "Bruh, when you make it so where there's nowhere else to do, like you give certain people no options." But and like you said, they use that to destroy the black community and the black family even more. Not even just the black family, the Asian families, the Latino families, and made it more where you can decriminalize a race of people while having to decriminalize yourself. So, yeah, I understand because you hear stories about New York. You already know New York is a city that never sleeps.
There's some grimy niggas there.
And they some grimy.
There's some shiesty ass niggas.
They same way in Miami. Hey, like Miami, I say, everybody come here and say New York. I was like, bro, go to Miami. It's
facts.
the same way.
Facts.
And
same type of stories, but yeah, you know.
But I swear the son down there doing something different to these boys because they brains be fried.
Bro, I was going to say, add the heat. You add that 80, 90 degree weather to it, you're going to make niggas do some crazy shit.
I think that's why people say Florida's the crazy.
Florida man this, Florida man that.
That's down south. There's different. There are 3 parts of Florida.
Yeah, okay, I got to give you that. There's different parts, and they do different things. But, like, if you add the sun, because, like, I'm telling you, that heat, it irritates niggas.
Oh, it irritating ain't the word, bro. I'll be, that's why I don't like going outside, especially during the summertime. But the thing about it, I heard it's hot up there in New York, too.
In the summertime, well, see, like, when it's supposed to be hot.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like, New York goes by the seasons accordingly. If it's September to November or December, it's fall. It's autumn. You know what I mean?
You wear your coats and all.
Exactly. Or, like, you dress light coats or whatever. Then when it's December to March, it is winter. It's cold. It's snowing. April to June, it's spring, and then summer. You feel me? Like, it goes by the books.
All right, now what about Florida?
I think Florida is like, there's spring, summer, and then fall.
I feel, all right, I can see that, but look, I do it like this. From 12 o'clock in the morning to 6 o'clock.
5, 6 a.m.
5,
It get
6
cold.
it's
It's
winter
cold.
time.
Yeah, okay. So Pensacola, I'll give, like North Florida for sure. Because I've seen it, 30-degree weather. I see my breath in the air.
You're like, oh, it's there.
I saw my boy's car get frosted up. I was like, what the fuck? We supposed to get snow? Not today.
And then from 7 to 11, we're in our spring.
Okay, so you counting by the day.
I count by the hours.
Yeah.
Hey, we have every season within the hour.
That's
within a
crazy.
day. Within a day.
Crazy.
So y'all gotta give us some leeway on that. Hey, I don't know.
sure.
'Cause look, that's why all the people in Florida, our immune system's like tough as fuck.
Tough as hell.
Shoot.
Tough as hell. But see, us niggas up north, we live in that cold. That cold's 10 degrees. I'm talking to you, 10 degrees.
Y'all a different type of breed.
Blizzards. Niggas walking in blizzards for anything. Pussy, food, gas.
I ain't gonna do it.
It don't matter.
I can't do it.
Niggas will do it. Doesn't matter. Niggas will. That's shootout season for niggas up there, apparently.
When
Niggas
is that?
shoot in the winter. I don't know why in the winter, but niggas shoot in the winter, man. Niggas. It's treacherous.
Okay. So, all right, let's go back to New York, though. All right, let's talk about this. All right. In New York, is the Korean community is the Asian community and the black community more
United.
or is it more like going,
Okay.
dysfunctional?
I think there was never like a bad judgment.
Yeah.
It's more of like it is what it is. Like, there's no hate, there's no love. It's just you, and then like there's them, and then if you just happen to be like, shoot, I don't know, just liked by one or the other, like let's say like an Asian kid chilling with like a group of black boys, but like they found him cool, they going,
Fuck with 'em.
yeah, their view on Asians going up. You know what I mean? But like if there was that typical like corner store ran by Asians and like like this is just like me coming off just like the stereotype, because like I've seen like all like like the oldies movies and stuff like that, and like they always play the role in movies where it's like, oh,
Get
like
out,
that,
get out,
that
get out, what you doing here?
don't steal in my store, you know what I mean? It's like, oh, I'm watching you, and it's like that type of stuff, like that brings down the perspective, or like that type of behavior. But I think there's no stigma between them. I think it's more like this, more than just like this or that. Like it's just here, but like I think naturally, because this is just biased, me being mixed, like there is that, like how we were saying before, like how they get treated or they're viewed, or how they raise their kids, even like the culture, it's off the same principles in my opinion. So that's why like it's like this, like they feel the same things, it's just different like characteristics, different like things that go into it, different stereotypes, I guess you could say, different things that like but yeah, like I've come across black girls who love K-pop.
Oh yeah, I know a lot of them. My sister's one of them. I ain't gonna lie. I started listening to it for a little bit because it was a fad, and I was like,
It ain't, bro. You can't tell me it's not fire though.
It's right. I was like, shit. I was like, these Asian motherfuckers singing and they rapping. I was like, well, goddamn. Hey,
Come on.
I was like, y'all, we gotta lose our jobs again. Y'all better get on your shit.
I'm telling you,
this mumble rap gotta go.
They appreciate the culture.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And it's vice versa.
And exactly, I feel like both our cultures feed off each other in a ways more than any other
Combo,
really. Because like as far as hip hop go,
just stuff like that.
just like in general, like the Asians and even more than the Latinos, because I feel like more Latinos, they would be more on the side of the country wave, and we come down to that type of culture than they would be with like you see them doing down there, the more reggaeton and all the other stuff, like Bad Bunny and everything. They come in doing this thing, but like when you look at it,
at UWF, one of our core values.
Appreciate it, Siri.
Right now, this means wearing a face mask while
Yo.
in all
I know
buildings
Siri
on
up in here
campus.
talking that shit.
Talking that shit. But she be usually having like those short ass messages. Like these are kind of like the
Long ones.
Yeah.
But now I see that it's like that's why I'm saying I see a lot of parallels with the Asians and the black community.
Yeah, like how they intertwine.
Yeah, because like I feel like we're like the polar opposites of each other, with like the yin and yang.
Like it's good opposites.
Yeah, good
It's like
opposites.
we learn from the differences
Exactly.
instead of like let it divide us for real.
Exactly, because look at it, like they said, they look at the black people like they're too powerful. They look at the Asians like they're weak, but not knowing that both of us is like the strongest because of everything we've been through.
There's pros and cons, I swear.
Exactly, it's pros and cons to anything.
Like how you said, like strong, weak.
Yeah.
But like, you know, black people know that Asians are smart as hell.
Exactly.
I feel like Asians feel like black people could be dumb as hell.
Exactly.
Because, you know what I mean? Like it's like intertwined. It's like so crazy to me.
And then we always put the stereotype for the person versus like, cause like instead of getting to know the person and see how he is, the culture or race of the person, already like, oh, you must be smart. You dumb as fuck. This, that,
yeah. Oh yeah. You must be hella athletic.
Exactly.
Hey, can you do my math homework?
What?
You know how many times I got asked like, yo, like, you're Korean too. Are you good at math? And then I tell them my math grade and it's not that good. And niggas be like,
what the fuck?
yeah, like they be genuinely confused. I'm like, what you expect, bro? I'd be like, oh, okay, that makes sense. You expected me to have an A+ in geometry, nigga? No, algebra is not my thing. I'm sorry.
It's like people gotta learn how to separate the culture from the person.
Yeah.
Because shit, when it comes down to it, that's the whole thing. We putting every person in the same category versus the individual itself.
The box.
Putting
niggas in the box.
We're stuck in the box. Until we can get out of that box, we're fucked.
People just need to believe the box can be open, bruh.
Oh, trust me, I believe we can blow that bit the fuck out.
Bruh, I know. I can clearly tell.
And look, it's gonna just take one little spark in everybody.
That's all it takes.
Like I was saying, you reach one,
Teach
one.
Yeah.
Because that's the only way we can get out of this systematic dilemma that we're in both cultures, actually in every culture, because we believe that the glass ceiling that they gave us, is the glass ceiling that we are limited to. But once we realize we're limitless and we can do way more, that's when the magic happens.
You can break glass.
Oh yeah,
Glass is see-through, nigga. You can see what's on the other side of that.
I mean, get through it.
It's all about if you want it or not. Like I said, like people be getting comfortable with this shit. Like, no, like you gotta want more. Like, borderline, like I've been called, like, well, not I've been called, but like, I don't think a race should be more superior than the other.
Nope.
Right? Then, you know, when it comes to like one race being treated less fair than the other, or one race getting less opportunities than the other.
Yeah.
Basically, one race being less than the other.
Yeah.
It's like, if that's the truth, we just gotta do more.
Yeah.
You know, like we just gotta like do more. And I mean, I wish we didn't have to do more. Like, trust me, I hate doing it.
We hate having to do it, but
why do we have to do more? But that's what we have to do. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, and well, nowadays I feel like that goes for almost everybody. But the fact that racial stuff is still playing today as strong as it was
back
20,
then.
30 years ago,
Yeah.
like that's a problem. You know what I mean? Like shit should be changing a little bit, or a lot, at least by now.
think about it, because that was in the 80s. It's 2022. You thought, shit, we had a black president. Shit still ain't
black
changed.
president, right?
That shit kind of made shit worse. Actually, have you look at it. Actually,
You would think a lot of people after Obama, people would like be chilling on that whole like type of like negative energy. No, it got worse.
It got
if
10 times
anything,
worse.
it got worse, and it's so crazy to me. Like the reasonings for those killings, like Trayvon Martin or Tiana Brown, or
because we had a black president.
like there was just never there's never a valid reason for anything like that, and then just for it to happen, it's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, funny and not funny. And the one thing I remember most about Obama's presidency was the fact that how it affected him when the verdict came out about that. 'Cause I know he felt some blame towards that because he
Of
knew
course.
that a lot of people don't. Change is the most scariest thing that certain people that are in power are scared of.
Having that, yeah, being in that position.
Because being in a position where you feel like you're going to lose some of your power,
Mm-hmm.
I can understand why they scared, but at the same time, you ain't got no reason to be scared.
Yeah.
Because
There's no
at
reason
the end
to.
of the day, we're just asking, give us what ours. You don't got to go out there and kill us. Because and it's funny, like even with media, if we go out there and start shooting up 3 white kids, had no reason. Same type of scenario that any race go out there and kill anybody of any race. When it comes down to minority races and how they be perceived on the media versus how other races are perceived on the media, is night and day.
Yeah.
Because we're going to be the thugs, the gangsters, and everything else.
Yeah.
But you never hear other races being called racist, Yankees, rednecks, or whatever. They always got this picture of a kid smiling. You pay attention to the next time you see like something like this happen. Like they try to justify it. Oh, he was in a gang. He was this and the third.
That doesn't give you more of a That's what I'm saying.
Life,
Like,
yeah.
they just be acting off what they think of that person. Like I said,
Yeah.
take the time to get to know them. You know what I
Exactly.
mean? Like that Trayvon Martin thing. Like, dude just saw a kid in a hoodie and just like felt so uneasy. What you feeling uneasy for? You don't even know the dude.
Exactly, and you're not even a police officer.
You're not even a police officer. What you doing?
And still got off.
You wildin'. That's what I'm saying. Like, bro, come on, man. Like, you're not even gonna like check up on him to see if he's good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, hey, like, you know, like, you need a ride or something. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you straight.
Common courtesy. But most of the people, like, you gotta look at when it comes to certain people in certain races, that common courtesy is never given to them.
Never.
You always think the worst less than thinking the best. And that's the problem I feel is happening, especially with the cultural differences in this world, well, especially in just this nation of America. Yeah, just because you gave us a month, like I only celebrate Black History Month, to be honest, because I look at it, Black history is American history.
How do you celebrate it?
You can't, because I'm like, bro, you try to limit it. You try to limit us to this
1 month,
and then the shortest month on top of that too.
Sure. Okay, so I made a song a couple of weeks ago, and I started talking about Black History Month, and one of the lines was something about Black History Month being in February. Isn't that racist? And then I looked it up. Because me and my boys actually said, like, yo, like, that's weird. Like, that's sus. Like, why do we only get 28 days out of a 365-day year?
Yeah.
Why should that even be, like,
Man.
kind of a thing, you know? Like, it should just be, like, a regular go without saying. Like, we should be praised any other of the day just as much as everybody else on a normal Wednesday. So I looked it up. Why is it in February? Apparently, it's because Abraham Lincoln's birthday is in February and Frederick Douglass's birthday is in February. I was like,
that's it.
Yeah, but that's it.
That's it.
And then I put it rest in the song, and I was like, shout out to them. You know, if it wasn't for them, it was because of the way they thinking. You know, if it wasn't for them, I can get an education, something like that, like along those lines.
Hey, don't worry. We can send me the song we put at the end of this episode. But no,
Shoot, I gotta fix it though.
Don't worry, I'll let you fix it. Don't worry, it's gonna take me a minute before I edit this episode.
You good? But yeah, like, you know, I had the same concern, same question, and it's like I don't know, like people feel like they do enough because they give us a month, give us a holiday.
Yeah.
But like, shoot, I don't know. If if we want to go against anything that goes on in America, they're so quick to call us not American. Yeah. Tell us to go to a different country. Tell us to go move somewhere else, do something else. I'm like, bro, what do you mean, bro? Like, I'm just saying we can do better for everyone. Like, why you feel like I'm dissing you?
Because it's like,
I'm sorry, I don't have an American flag in my front yard. I'm sorry, bro.
And the thing about it, I was in the military, so I even look at it like this.
That's what's up.
I look at it like this, like, man, paid people be talking about the shit, don't even want to get out on the front line and do shit about the other shit. But we have enough time to spend money helping other countries and helping the people on our own. So it lets you know, like, even though they treat people in other countries better than us, we're like a second-rate citizen. So it's fucked up as it is. It is so, how do I put this, man?
It's hard.
Yeah, it's we're at a all right. I'm putting it like this. The people that try to tell us to go back to our country need to go back to their country because they're not from here anyway.
You know how we said niggas need to do their education?
Yeah.
Don't even know what country they from half the time.
Yeah. At least these people know, so they can go their ass back.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But they just think like, oh, this is their shit.
Exactly.
I'm like, how you gonna tell me to go back to my country? You got a country to go back to too.
I feel like, all right, this is my new title for America: the nation of the lost and found.
Lost and found.
Lost and found.
That's a very big thing. A lot of people are lost.
Yes.
Lost. I be feeling like that sometimes still to this day. You know what I mean? Like,
Exactly.
I mean, it's easier, especially like when you come from like a background where like the history is not given, is not being given or treated the same.
Yeah.
Right? And it's like you just want to do more, you just want to be more or be something else. Like, you know, I felt like I had like a whole identity crisis coming into college. Like, I came here to play football. Yeah. Everybody knew me at school playing football, being that athlete, like being that guy, I guess. And I just wanted to be known for more than that. I felt like I can do more than that. I felt like, bro, I'm not just on this earth to play sports. Yeah. Like, yeah, like I make people laugh. I light up your day. But all you care about is me posting football pictures or coming to my games. Or the first question you ask me is, like, something related to my game. Like, exactly. Come on, bro. Like,
you're more than an athlete.
I'm more than that. So, like, when I came here and I didn't get a chance to play, I was wilding out. I'm not going to lie. I was doing some festivities.
That's happened to everybody.
It happens to everybody. I took that time out to be just a student. Like, okay. Word. You hear that, right?
Yeah, that's my phone.
Okay, bad.
That's my next guest, but
you good.
We'll close out in a minute.
Word. Yeah, but you know, it was just like, you know, yeah, nah, you good. Just taking the time out to like figuring that shit out. It's like, it goes to everybody, man. Everybody gets lost. It's all about getting found. You feel me? It's all about getting found no matter how you do it. You just find out what you do, what you want to do, what you love, who you is. If you don't feel fit in, it's okay. Sometimes you're not supposed to be fit in, you feel me? You as a human, fit in, that's already it. It's enough. Now go do what humans do and live life to the fullest. That's it. So that's all I gotta say.
Man, that was a nugget. So, man, let's go ahead and give me some closing remarks so we can close out this episode.
Cool.
Yes, sir. Man, what is your biggest takeaway from this episode?
Biggest takeaway, just, you know, like, there are answers, there are solutions. Yes. We just gotta, there's people who don't want to move forward and people who do. People who do should stick together, for sure. Yeah. It's just all about love, man, and like understanding. That's it. Perspective. That's really is perspective. That's what I took away from it.
Yes,
perspective. Sir. What about you?
Don't be quick to judge a book's by its cover. The stereotypes that were given to the culture of the people are not those people. So let's unlearn these stereotypes and let's move forward in this world so we can make this world a better place.
You already know the vibes, man.
Yes, sir.
You're already on the same page as me.
Yes, sir. So I want to tell everybody, thank y'all for tuning in for this episode from Boys and Men. My closing remarks, like always, dream big dreams because small dreams have a little magic. And how big would you feel if you know you couldn't? I don't know how big you feel. How big would you dream if you know you couldn't fail?
Period.
So let's start dreaming big. 2022 is our year, man. Let's make some moves and make some stuff happen.
Hell yeah.
Peace, love, and happiness.
I know that I'm different, self-motivated, self-disciplined, yeah. I learned from my experience. I just want someone to take me serious. Real questions that I ask. How long will this solo trip last? I'm content with being alone in the past, but it's changing and it's something I can't grasp. Turn off my phone, I'm in my zone, so now I'm acting different. I'm to myself, I'm in my head, mapping out this life I'm living. Shadow work on myself, I done already seen hell. Can't fit in, so I rebel, but I don't miss a beat.